And welcome back to episode 170 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I'm your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co-host, Malcolm Millie Vanilli.
What's going on?
Nah, shit, how you feeling?
Man, another show we here.
I know that's right. We got my guys in the building. We got Aaron the Dot Connector in the building. And we got my guy, Quentin Titties McLeod, we gonna call him.
Show me the money.
That nigga seen all the titties. All of them. Big, small, low, and tall.
Hey, Solo.
Solo. Shout the Solos.
Tick game out there. Still want to let him.
Shout to all the Solos.
We ain't hating on him, man.
What was you about to say, kid?
I lost it.
I bet. This nigga ignorant as shit, boy. Damn. But let's get into it. First question of the evening. All-Star Weekend. Under or overwhelmed?
I would say what I expected. I mean,
right.
Of course,
Met expectations.
So you were just whelmed.
Yeah, I guess that would be the term to accurately describe.
Right. Just right even.
It was what we thought it was going to be.
Okay, here's a question. Was it better or worse than the Pro Bowl weekend?
Better.
I didn't even watch shit from the Pro Bowl weekend. I ain't flag football and dodgeball and shit.
All right.
I also had a special
I ain't even gonna lie. You know it's a problem when I like dodgeball is probably the number one thing I like to watch them do. That's a problem though. Like that has nothing to do with the sport, you know. I'm just for the fun. I like watching them play the dodgeball. But fuck the Pro Bowl, the All-Star Weekend. I would say slightly over. Ever so slightly over.
What interests you the most about it? What was the most intriguing part of the All-Star Weekend?
I mean, I think for sure it has to go. If I'm given an All-Star Weekend MVP, it has to go to Mac. It has to go to Mac McClung. I do feel like he dropped the ball. He should have came out there in the faded pink tee with the the multicolored shorts, high socks, and the white. You know what I'm saying? Who?
I don't remember, but somebody did that.
Couldn't have been a white boy.
It was Pat Connaughton. It was a white boy.
Did he? Oh, yeah, he was in there, like 3 years ago?
Yeah, he did that already.
Did he? But he wasn't real. He wasn't. He couldn't have been.
Real?
Yeah, no, he wasn't real. I mean, he got some bounce to him, but he wasn't real. Like, Mac McClung is the second ever white boy to win a dunk contest. Anybody know who the first is?
Brent Barry.
Brent Barry. 96 Brent Barry.
The Clippers Brent Barry before he got on drugs.
Yeah. He said before he got on drugs and shit. That nigga ignorant. But yeah, nah, he should have. Listen, I would have did it. I don't care if you did do it before. I'd have did it again. And I'd have had Jack Harlow come out there and hold the ball. He'd have been sitting on the nigga's shoulders. Jack Harlow would have been the second nigga on the shoulders holding the ball when he jumped over two motherfuckers.
Shout out to that guy who let that grown-ass man sit on the shoulder. You a trooper.
Shout out to the guy who sat on that grown-ass man's shoulders.
Both of y'all. Y'all team players.
Man, what? What are you talking? On my shoulders? But that was impressive. I mean, everything about him dunking was impressive. First of all, he only got 149 out of all 3 of his dunks. He only got 149, and that was from Lisa Leslie. And I respect her for giving it to him.
When you're short and white, every dunk gonna look spectacular.
I don't know if that's the case. It is. No, it is. There is some.
Every dunk looks better.
There is some validity to that statement, though. There is some validity to that statement because you're impressed by it in general. So when you adding some sauce to it, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I do agree with that, but it doesn't matter for that nigga. It wouldn't have mattered who would have dunked over the 2 niggas. That was a good dunk, and he clutched before he put it in.
Then he tapped the backboard with it.
Yeah, that was the amazing part.
Yeah,
tapping the backboard. That was just like the other dunk. He double clutched it. It wasn't just one; it was 2.
Which one? The one where he finished with the reverse,
Final.
or the one where he did the what did they say? 540? Was it a 540? Where he spun and did the reverse.
I saw it in between Mardi Gras at the bars and on the streets, and so it was no.
Nah, they have been trying to. They were like, it was a 720. He did a 720, and he was like, nah, because he spun, and then he did another half spin to finish. So they said 540. But I honestly think it was a very exaggerated 360.
Most is. It's kind of hard to fully complete that.
Right.
On 2 rotations, but 1.5 rotations.
He's the closest to, I would say, seeing somebody do 1.5. But like Kenny the Jet said, he started with his back to the basket and finished with his back to the basket. So that's a 360. The only thing is he reversed to the other side of the rim when he finished. So there was a little extra, you know what I'm saying? But it was still like a little give him a 375.
I was gonna say 390.
Right, give him that.
30 degrees.
Give him that. Give him a 390, but it wasn't a 540. I respect him for trying to, big it up for the broadcast, but nah, it wasn't quite that. And I'm not even trying to hate on my guy.
Only on a skateboard.
Right, or something, or a diving board, or it has to be a board involved.
Yeah,
and it can't be the backboard to be doing 540s and shit.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm sure we may see somebody to pull it off. These motherfuckers are getting bouncier and bouncier every year.
Helicopters back in the day.
And one.
He did. I believe he did a 720. It looked like it. We might have to slow down tape and kind of.
You might be right. You might be right on that. I do remember something like it, but
it wasn't a pretty dunk, but he did it.
None of his dunks were really pretty. They were just hard.
Yeah,
like he got bounced and then he was angry finishing. Like, yeah, he came on.
Ain't no show. He ain't had no Showtime dunk. He let you know if your head was right there.
Man. It ain't even brain damage. He might crack through that motherfucker, boy. He was trying to rip the rim down. He went on the And1 tour the same year that the professor did. What was that, season 3, I think? When they were going around on a bus and playing people from every state, and if you beat them, they would pick one of the players to replace the other.
That'd be like season 4 or 5.
I don't know, but I had it on DVD. I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
like hot sauce and
right.
Shit. That was
hot
sauce and shit.
Yeah.
Get Malou.
But I'm thinking it might have been 4. It might have been 4. Now that I think about it.
Skip, and then like the second one was like the one niggas got real hyped on was they had everybody, 50 fucking main event and shit, and half man, half amazing. Man,
that was the second one.
That's what I'm saying.
No, wait.
Yeah.
No, wait. No. The second one was Hot Sauce and AO and them.
Oh, well, we'll have to just look. We'll just have to look at it.
I remember going to the Foot Locker to get that,
that
DVD.
You gotta add one shirt too that says
Not the Foot Locker.
Yeah, it was only at like the Foot Lockers, like some of the Finish Lines. You remember what was it, Just for Feet back in the day that had the basketball court in the
Hey, niggas used to be violating them shoes, man.
Right.
These shoes smell so musty, and why they creased up like that?
The nigga was balling in them for 15 minutes.
Whole game to 21.
Right.
Took them on the court, went hard for a little bit.
Listen, nah, I don't want these, bro.
I forget about them. I remember that one on the east side. You know what I'm talking about.
It was one on the north too.
I used to go to one on the east side. I don't know, Magic Mountain.
Yeah. But I mean, other than that, other than the dunk contest,
I'm sorry for interrupting. I was gonna say I'm gonna give DK Metcalf some run.
Yeah,
that's what Mark was talking about.
Metcalf, I was saying like, man, I need him like 10th, 11th on my roster, man.
Hey, why not?
Like, I don't know if how good his game actually is,
right?
Around the clubs, shit.
Hey, why not add an NFL talent in the slam dunk contest?
Because it's an insurance policy.
Man, hell, you out there in the celebrity game, fucking getting the MVP. MVP got to go hard.
God forbid, the moment that goes wrong, the moment you see that, which it will one day.
Eventually, but I feel like it should be like MMA fighters getting boxing deals. You don't see it happen all the time, but when they're capable players, why not? Why not throw them in there?
When Patrick Mahomes go out there and tear his ACL in an NBA.
Well, you know, Patty Mahomes would not be. He wouldn't. They wouldn't even allow him to, even though he can ball. Patty can ball.
What you mean they wouldn't allow him to? If he wants to, he can do it.
He can't. Contractually, they would have to allow that on both sides. They would have to allow that.
That's gonna be an NFL and NBA conversation at that point.
That's like the nigga being obligated to the NFL, but then like. We on like, hey, Patty's my cousin. You want to come out in our flag football? Like, they're not gonna allow me to do that.
You know what's gonna happen?
I'll get sued if I do that.
You want to borrow Patrick? We want to borrow LeBron.
You let a top 10 wide
receiver.
Let LeBron do a couple routes. You know what I'm saying in the preseason.
Now you can only do what you're under contractually unless, and on that level, not even like on nobody else's shit, unless you have permission from the powers that be.
Celebrity slam dunk contest.
Now that would be it. But the only reason why I kind of dig like bringing them into the actual All-Star weekend on the low is because it does kind of big up both sides. You know what I'm saying?
Win-win. It's a win-win situation.
Right. Because
people who aren't normally interested in the All-Star game might watch it, and people who aren't normally interested in the Pro Bowl game might watch the mixture of NBA players doing flag football.
Well, see, that's what I was about to say is the NFL, we know, is they got way more eyes on them than basketball does on average. So if you got fans of the NFL that are like, oh, no, I'm watching the All-Star weekend on NBA and rooting for DK Metcalf because he's an NFL player, you just boosted your ratings and you just rose the NFL stock at the same time.
And the player wins too.
The player gets so much buzz on him for at least 2-3 weeks. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And I want to see a straight up celebrity versus pros type game.
Why would you want to see that?
Versus pros? Or that would
remember it doesn't have to be All-Star.
I know you remember, Aaron. You remember MTV Rocket Job?
Yeah.
Okay, so you must not have been on that episode when I was talking about that. Everybody was looking like, what are you talking about? That Rocket Jock shit was the hypest and the closest to what you're talking about because they did take athletes and celebrities and put them in the game.
Baseball game and shit.
And if you're only going to do flag football anyway, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Where the old times is, I guess, what I'm
Man,
getting
the
at.
celebrities go hard out there. They gonna make them sweat.
It's a lot of them that do. It's a lot of them that do, though.
All right, okay. I must not remember fondly the celebrities that were doing well. I understand there's probably some athletic celebrities.
Listen, do you
You
know
got a
that?
lot that's in the gym.
Do you
man.
know that Logan Paul and Derrick Henry had almost the same high school stats at running back?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you know that?
Is that offensive lineman though?
You said what?
Is that the offensive line that was beastie?
I don't know. I've seen the highlights. So you know the white dude from New York that does the videos that be like, picture your favorite NFL quarterback. You know, he has the fucking stupid. He said rush for over 200. You know what I'm talking about? You don't know what I'm talking about?
Oh no.
He has a podcast with this Puerto Rican dude, and they be on my shorts all the time. And he goes over like the athletes that could have really made it. Quavo was on there. Logan Paul was on there. The one funny dude with the mullet that be interviewing everybody, like Kevin Gates and them on the bar stool.
Caleb Presley.
Yeah, he was I think a 4-star quarterback.
Played for North Carolina.
So he was 5-star then.
Well, I don't know. I just know he played for North
Coming
Carolina.
out of high school, I would imagine he had to been 5-star.
I don't know if recruits that.
Not necessarily, but
North Carolina.
Because once you do campus visit, you know, things change. You know, campus camp.
you could be right. Yeah, you could be right.
It's probably
I know.
You got your Terry Cruzes out there.
But yeah, it's a whole gang of them. Like it's a whole gang of them if you really think about it. So I do think they need to bring that back. But if we talking strictly the All-Star game, I like the skills competition. You said what?
I didn't catch it.
I like how they do they're doing teams now, and they break it down into 3 different categories, whereas before it was just you ran through that gauntlet and the fastest one to do it won.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it was over too quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they said, let's add more to it. So now they got the 3 teams. This year was the Antetokounmpos again. But Giannis was out with that wrist injury, so Drew Holiday replaced them. It was the Jazz with Jordan Clarkson, Colin Sexton, and Walker Kessler. And
no, that's right. They didn't have Laurie, no.
Yeah, they should have had Laurie, but they had Walker Kessler, who's still all right, but he didn't make it, so why not give it to Laurie? But he couldn't compete in everything, though.
I mean, they won it, though, you know.
They did win regardless. And then it was the rookies, Jabari Smith, Paulo Blanchero, and Jaden Ivey. You said what?
Man, don't be fucking up my rookie of the year now, Ben Kiro.
I want to know how he say it, not how the white folks and everybody say it. That's why I say.
We gonna...
You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean like the white folk. I mean like the announcers. You know, they be wrong as fuck. They couldn't get Antetokounmpo's name right for fucking 3 years.
Oh my god, yeah.
Hey, but that you can't hate on that.
No, I'm not gonna hate on that.
That's a hard name to just.
White folks, y'all got that one because I was like,
Giannis with the shot.
Right. That's why they started calling the Greek Freak, and then somebody in there came and said, "Let me pronounce it for you." I want the native pronunciation, is what I'm saying.
The African.
No, for Paulo. So what would that be? Brazil?
You gotta ask his mom.
Isn't he Brazil?
You looking for he looking for a Benchero.
Something, yes. I want to know how it's supposed to be pronounced. I don't want to be.
That's
but
what you said. Huh?
Like Puerto Rican or something?
I thought he was Brazilian, or I thought he was from. Because Paulo.
I don't want to lie.
Paulo Banquero.
Yeah, that sounds like Brazil to me.
I don't know.
But listen, I'm not cultured. Don't take it from me. Don't take it from me. But
It actually says he's American Italian.
Oh, his last name does in the vowel. His last name ends in the vowel.
But how many Latina last names in Latin last names end in vowels?
Hey, they're all from the same place when you think about it. Italy and Spain, right there.
Yeah, Spain. Yeah, I guess you are right. That would, because even still, I would get more Spain out of that than I ever would. Yeah.
Yeah. Understand.
Paulo is that's kind of an Italian name. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here, but I didn't know he was Italian. So he's white. So he's half black, half Italian. Is that what you said? Or half white, half Italian? What did you say?
He ain't no half white, half Italian. Half white, half Italian.
He's from Southern
American.
Them niggas left him in. It was Jim Tan Laundry, and they left him in that motherfucking tank. He never got to the laundromat. Is what I'm saying.
It's real sunny out here, man.
What the fuck? That nigga. Listen, there's some black in his blood somewhere.
Paulo Banchero.
That's how you supposed to say it?
Yeah. Paulo Napoleon James Banchero.
Napoleon James.
Yeah.
I kind of like that, though.
Bitch, my name is Paulo Napoleon James Banchero. All right, now get in the back seat.
Right. He said I get in the back seat. That nigga stupid. But nah, yeah, the Jazz did win that. And they had it on so many accounts. The rookies, man, on that shooting. On that shooting.
Took too long.
I don't even know if it took too long. Them motherfuckers couldn't hit. They couldn't hit to say they like.
Man, one. You got to shoot all of them.
Man, that shit crazy. But beyond that, what I will say is the Antetokounmpos have lost 2 years in a row. All right, their team is out. Their team's done. Giannis or without Giannis, they're out of here, Jack. You better go with the holidays next year or something. But
I think they did that though. Didn't they do that one year?
Hey, let's do the Jameses.
Who?
They ain't in the league yet though.
Bronny,
Fuck that. It don't matter. Let's do the James.
They was talking about Bronny
Bryson,
at the Allstar game.
Yeah, I think he made the USA team. Bronny,
did he
be on the USA team?
Oh, that's what's up. I don't know for sure.
The Nike for the Nike hoops.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you meant like the Olympic, like the.
No, you know they do like the college version.
Yeah.
Like it's like the FIBA. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's like
CT in the building.
Like the junior. Yeah, it's like the junior.
Plus CT.
Yeah.
But when's the next Olympic is 2024, right?
Yeah, it's next year.
So no, the only way that I don't know.
You still got your big FIBA summer.
Yeah, FIBA. So they got FIFA. So
I was saying though he could have pulled Anthony Davis, but he still could actually.
Yeah, if he's good enough, he
could still pull an Anthony Davis and be on the Olympic team coming out of college before he hits the league.
I don't know.
We're talking about Bronny James
though. I don't know if he's number one draft pick. That's usually the number one draft pick.
Nah. Last game I saw him in, that team kind of took it to him a little bit.
I mean, the teams take it to him if I'm being honest, every time I watch them, they take an L for the most part. They've gotten a few dubs, but they take an L for the most part, and I think that comes down to their style of play. Because, they be playing them squads that's going to light you up from behind the arc. They fundamental in the paint.
Yeah, and they want to beat you in front of your dad.
Right. They looking for their spot. And let's keep it a buck. A lot of them are old ex-blue chips players that went to different high schools. So they were on the same team.
Point guards with a fucking nasty neck to him, man.
Listen, Mikey Williams, Gabe Cup, It's another one I can't think of his name. And then that one, the big giant boy who was 7 foot at 15. Ain't none of them on the same high school. So you got to think it's still comp out there, even though you don't play for Sierra Canyon. That's probably the best place to be. You know what I mean? That's why there's always a Mr. California, like, and that's the #1 so-called player every year.
But they got to watch out for them city league teams, man. You know, the city league. You know, do they play city league or do they just play? Do they just play private school?
I doubt they do play city league because you got to think of the kind of, and I could be wrong, you know, but you got to think of the kind of money that's behind those schools that they playing.
Right.
Like, it's NBA players in the stands for damn near every game, whether it's LeBron or somebody else. How many city league schools is really taking all that in?
But they don't do like that. You know how they do in college? They'll have like an Alabama play like an Alcorn State or some bullshit like that. Just for the bread.
I'm sure they do one or two, but I doubt that they're like mixed into their
season game, like an exhibition.
Yeah, I doubt that they're mixed into the schedule. And then you got to think about the funding as well. Like, them city league teams ain't getting the big Bronny James, Mikey Williams players on them like that. Now, they probably do have players that are, you know, close to that caliber, but they're not. You're not getting the rich kids coming to the inner city teams, schools to play basketball. It's too dangerous at that point.
I'm not letting these guys foul me.
Bronny James comes from $1 billion family. You think I'm about to have him in East LA high school?
I'm fouling the shit out that nigga. That's what I'm talking.
Nah, that's not happening. But how did we get on that? Oh, talking about the Olympics and shit.
Brawny.
I don't give a fuck. The Antetokounmpos is out of the skills competition for at least the next 5. They got a ban from the skills competition like Will Smith can't come back to the Grammys.
Damn.
That's about you shit the bed 2 times in a row, Amber Heard. We can't, you can't come back. I don't care if Giannis makes it. The only way they can come back is if Giannis, Alex, and Thanasis all make the All-Star game.
That's never happened.
So they don't need to be back then. Giannis, pick another 2 that ain't your family.
That's definitely not happening.
The fuck?
Giannis is the most hype nigga on the bench I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, I like his whole.
It's your little brother out there. It's your little brother out there balling.
Right.
But nigga, he's like, you be sitting there with all this shit on, walking past coach, you gonna put me in the game? Nah, it's cool. All right. I'm just gonna go back here and cheer.
Cheer.
Yeah.
Man. Nah, but I tell you what though. Which one is it? What was it? It was the passing. Thanasis.
The bounce pass.
Yeah, man. He just can't pass in general. The nigga got 16 on that drill, and there was 4s. There was 2s, 4s, and 6s. And you only got.
They kept saying you got to bounce it in the middle, and he kept trying to throw the
Colin Sexton was too. Colin Sexton did that too, but then I don't think he missed the pass once he knew what he was supposed to do. That's a bad boy, man.
They made that skills challenge whack. It used to be nice when D Wade and them used to do it.
See, I'm glad you came in with that, because I was just saying I think it's better now.
Oh no, you see, Jordan Clarkson came out there with a necklace on, like
right, and that's why they lost
not taking that serious.
That's why they lost the what's it called? The what's it called? Like the actual, like the old skills competition. Like the relay joint, like the, you know, where you go in and out of the defenders. Right, the floater, the, you know, the 3, he was running so slow, like he was trying to be the coolest nigga on the block. Like,
coolest one. And Utah too. You know, he's out there. I'm like, what is he doing? They making this skills challenge whack now.
I don't know if I say it's whack. I do think, well, if it's not better, at least it's longer. You know, because the old skills competition would be over in 15-20.
And it was just one winner. Why you need three? Why you got three people on the team? Like, it's just, I don't know.
I think that helps though, because I think what happened was, if I'm being honest, what happened was, if my memory serves me correct, the Bigs won 3 years in a row. 2 of them went to Karl Anthony Towns.
Right. Last year definitely did. I don't know about the year before, but yeah.
It wasn't the year before. I think went to Luka, because he hit that half quarter before Trae Young hit the regular 3 and he beat him. And then the year prior, I think it went to Karl Anthony Towns again. So what I'm getting at is, when you don't break it down into teams, chances are we know who's going to win the skills competition. It's either going to be the winners who it's been, Chris Paul, Karl Anthony Towns, Dwayne Wade did win that 1 year, but it's somebody else that on top of that I was thinking of.
I just think when you got to bring G League guys into the equation, it's just, I don't know.
Shit, look at Mac McClung.
I like that.
But he should be in the league though. Like, he's an NBA player.
He's been there. He's been to the G League. He's been there. He's been to the G League. He's been there.
That's somebody
been to the
else's
G
fault.
League.
But I'm just saying, like,
I do think that's somebody else's fault. He's too
just gotta
talented.
make more events.
And he's led scoring in the G League as well. So it does tell you that he is ready to be there. He just didn't fit with the Lakers, and he didn't fit with, who was it? Philly?
Was he with the Warriors?
No, it was the Warriors.
Warriors, yeah.
It was the Warriors. Yeah, that wasn't a fit.
Hey, you gotta give it to Mac McClung. Mac McClung was like
They said he hit 7 threes last week.
Did you go to Georgetown?
Yeah.
He went to Georgetown and he transferred.
Right, but he had the sauce.
Was it to Texas?
Texas A&M or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He didn't go to Georgetown.
No, he went to Georgetown. Because remember, Iverson came to his not the McDonald's, not the rookie. It was a part of that weekend though. They had like some open runs on the weekend of the McDonald's shit. And Iverson came there and he did the whole, like, he was crowning him to be the next guy to go to Georgetown.
That would turn me into a very untolerable person. I would be really into myself after
that. After winning the dunk contest?
No, after Iverson, like, basically gives you the right.
For the rest of my career, I would bring that shit. Did y'all see when Iverson beat me?
Right.
I know it felt better to say what up to Iverson after he got that dunk contest championship.
Man.
AI courtside.
That's crazy. But to your point though, Mac McClung was a G Leaguer. They bumped him up just for the dunk contest. So
he was representing Philly and he don't even play for them.
Well, now I think they
play for the 86ers, nigga.
Right. Somebody was looking at him. I think they did bump him up. Like, I think Philly did give him a shot, but I think they're trying to shop him.
It's crazy how many times he's been traded already.
Traded, sent to the G League. G League up, traded, sent back down. Not traded,
he
sent back
like
down.
28. I think he averaged like 28.
He was leading the G League. He was leading the G League in scoring.
He just hit like he was like set
problem. So he must have a small attitude problem.
No, he don't
that
got
could
no attitude.
Maybe it's exactly what Aaron said. I got the blessing of Iverson. I'm gonna be that nigga. I don't give a. I'm that nigga.
Hey.
No, I think he trained too hard to be doing that. He worked too hard. I don't know why he's not in the league. For sure. Go look at his training videos. This he's a gym rat, bro. I don't know how he's not on a team.
I'm just saying, it's a lot of nice point guards out there. We're in the era of the point guard, right?
That's what it is.
And I don't think
he's getting put on, he's not gonna play over.
Well, hold up, though. I just thought about it because, and we gonna get into touch on this later. But Kevin Huerter, from Atlanta that got traded to Sacramento has been
The
taking
white-
on a lot of point guard duties in Sacramento, especially when
So
my
they got D
guy's out.
Fox though.
Yeah, especially when he's out, when De'Aaron's out. Herder is like their like 2 point guard. Even with Davion Mitchell, like I'm looking like, why is Herder bringing the ball up and doing all of
Because he
this?
can shoot. I think he's leading the league in 3-point percentage. So yeah,
I mean, I
he's
agree
that
with
thing.
that, but you shouldn't have to be the guy dribbling it up and finding your shot. That's not his style of play. He might be capable of doing it, but that's not his style of play. You got De'Aaron Fox and Davion Mitchell. Why the fuck do you need to dribble the ball at all?
Because it's working.
Yeah, and he's getting better at it.
There
Obviously,
you go.
developing.
But
Working.
my
But
original
the team is working.
my original point was, if you can have Kevin Herter take on point guard responsibilities in Sacramento, there's definitely somewhere Mac McClung could take point guard responsibilities elsewhere.
But
Can't be Orlando.
Kevin like 6'7"
Nah,
though.
he come to Miami.
Mm.
Y'all just got a lot of bigs though. There's too many bigs in Miami right now.
That's why I said he come down there.
Yeah, it can't be Orlando because they got
And y'all have
Jalen
too many
Suggs
guards.
and
No, we don't.
Court.
Kyle
Yeah,
Lowry,
dude.
Kyle Lowry
And
can't stay on the
who
court.
you say, Aaron?
But it ain't even about Kyle Lowry. Gabe Vincent, you got
I ain't
Tyler
worried
Hero.
about- I
Tyler
ain't
Hero
worried.
run the point
Marco
sometimes.
Fultz don't work for the. He don't play for the Magic no more.
Yeah, he played for the Magic, but
Hooping. He been hooping this year.
I don't
more
know if
available
he's
than
been
Kyle.
running the point guard responsibilities though.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure he is.
Nah,
yes, he is. Like, yeah,
he
He's
get.
been wearing,
I
like-
mean, he
He's
get,
having a career year.
but he gets his best. He gets most of his points off of like the pass. Like he's not bringing the ball down the court into buckets. He's dishing it,
Into
making
the
moves,
bucket.
and then
Pick
coming.
and roll game. Him and Wendell Carter pick and roll game been nice this year.
Right.
Wendell Carter. I forgot about this.
I swear. He got the goggles
But when you
on.
got who?
Pablo.
Paulo, you got Jalen
Paulo.
Suggs, you got Cole Anthony,
Hey, what up, Buster?
and
My boy Jerry Harris, Indiana boy.
but he ain't really no point
You got the-
responsibility.
But
He
hell,
he don't do nothing.
they got a squad down in Orlando, man.
No, they do. They on the rise. They on the way up.
They
Just
bought
like I
Pat
think
out. They
Houston
was like,
is.
Pat, we don't want Pat Bev. They didn't-
Wagner.
And Houston's another one. You got Kevin Porter Jr. You got Jalen Green. You can't bring like a Mac in there. So when you think about all the lower tier squads that are like, especially in Detroit, you got Jaden Ivey, you got Cade Cunningham. You can't bring him into any of the low, like the squads that you would expect to bring up a G leaguer. He has to go to a good position, or he's sent right back. He's sent right back.
Well,
They
you
gonna
can't
call
go
for
there
him up now
They're over.
after he just won this dunk contest. Or you can trust and believe the fans are like, we want to
Which
see
is
more of this
ugly. They're going
motherfucker.
off the hype. They're going off the hype then.
I don't.
I
but
would
maybe
add
that's
them to the
enough.
Bulls.
That's ugly.
Was
They
it
gon-
though?
they trying
Was
to
it
just
the
sell
Bulls?
Tickets.
No, I'm saying I would add them.
No,
to the
I
Bulls.
saw the Bulls that Malk, you said that the Bulls is
They
looking
got
at Pat
Pat Bev.
Bev, but
Yeah,
they
But
got
they already
that
they
signed
already
him.
signed him.
Yeah.
Pat Bev is
For
like
sure.
Oh, okay.
pinning it like a physical or some shit. Yeah, that ain't gonna. I'm saying.
He got that last.
I
spot,
mean,
yeah.
that might be a decent spot. I also heard Lonzo's supposed to be back this season, though.
Nope.
Oh, they
No.
shut him down.
It's official.
They shut
That's
him
He's
what
down.
out.
Not that bad.
Where'd you hear that
He's
from?
Lonzo's out for this year.
No.
Uh-huh.
He gone.
I heard that. No, I
Nope.
did.
He
I,
might be on his way out the door. He about
Nah,
to
it's official,
retire.
Cliff.
the last
I think
article
I
I
got
read
you.
is they said he did have discomfort in high intensity situations,
And swelling.
but
He about to retire.
last I heard, I thought he was coming back.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying. Tired, and he's gonna give up. I don't know about that,
He
but
wore them BBB shoes.
Cause right, listen,
When them early years,
My ankles hurt.
year.
you hear
His
me?
knee is never gonna be the same.
I mean, my
Listen,
ankles is disformed.
but listen, that's not always the case either. That's not all. We talk about that all the time. That's
Why
not always
LaMelo
the
go
case.
to Puma then? Why LaMelo go to Puma?
LaMelo went to Puma because he already knew he wasn't rocking no triple B's anyway. He knew before he came in the league, he already announced, I'm not wearing the B's.
Nigga, I can't get a pair. Nigga, you try to get a pair, nigga didn't come. Nigga, I'm his son. I couldn't get a pair. A good pair. Couldn't even get a good pair.
Listen.
Nigga.
He the son.
Imagine that though. Imagine, and I'm not trying to. I've never worn a pair, so I don't know how well put together they are. But for $500, how I imagine they should be. But what I'm getting at,
I'll be able to know taekwondo and all type of shit. I'll be able to.
But my
roundhouse kick must be gangster. $500, nigga.
What I'm getting at is, if you can't trust the product, though, imagine how it would feel to be an NBA player, to get to your locker, open your box of shoes, and be like, I can't even wear these bitches. I can't wear these.
You had to bring 3 just in case these bugs.
Yes, exactly.
That's the bad. That's why you shouldn't even think if you got to do that.
Listen, if Zion's busting out of Nikes, what you think?
That's also true.
Man, stop it. Like, I'm not saying that shoes can't malfunction. I'm just saying when you have no experience in making shoes, you're doing it for the design. This isn't FUBU, though. This is my career. So I'm not LL Cool J about to be, promoting your FUBU kicks and shit. I gotta play in these bitches.
But when you young, you like 18, you trying to put the family on, like that's your pops in your ear. It's probably harder for him to make that decision.
I agree with you 1,000, but if it's at the cost of my career, you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. I don't give a fuck who it was. I don't care who in my family asked me. My mom would probably be the closest to be able to be like, but even she thinks with her head, like, I can't have him come out there for me to quick come up and fuck his.
It's like, look, if you made High Point, right? If you really love the person that you talking to, don't buy my gun. Please don't buy it.
All right.
Use High Points. Do you want to live or not?
They supposed to, right? They supposed to be on the way up though.
They supposed to be, but back, you know what I'm talking about. The era of High Points I'm talking about is Jam City.
Man, so Jam City, that motherfucker whole slider pop off on you.
Exactly.
Problems.
Your game should get tested.
I said that's the only gun where you can shoot a nigga with it and tie it to his ankle and throw him into the lake and it'll sink to the bottom. He'll sink to the bottom. You can get, it's a one and done. You got everything you need with that one gun, a brick and a pistol. You just better be Hitman from PlayStation and you better not miss.
Yeah, you don't got much.
Yeah, you got 1, 2, 3 shots. You keep squeezing this bitch, it's gonna squeeze back. But shit, let's get back to it. 3-point contest. I know you wasn't on last week, CT. We gave all of our predictions. Dame Lillard.
My dog.
I definitely fucks with Dame time for sure. The only reason why I didn't see it happening is because I felt like I'm not saying that Dame is not an actual shooter. He is an actual shooter. He's just he's so talented at everything else. I thought there were gonna be an actual shooter in the 3-point contest that would have knocked motherfuckers off. I voted for Lori, and Lori shit the bed, and then came into the actual All-Star game and looked lights out. How the fuck did that look? But they said it in
because it's different.
Yeah,
shootout is harder, man. The pressure, all the lights is on you. Everybody watching you.
I can't think
of especially if it's your first time.
Right,
hard.
right. And I can't think of who it was. They said they were talking about Jason Tatum, and they was like, he's actually a better shooter off the run. Like talking about, and I bet a lot of that does come into it, where it's like the game time situation. I'm butter, but here I can't get my rhythm.
And you got to know what the timing.
Right.
You got to rush it. You know what I'm saying? You got to. Some of them are going around the bar, around the ball rack wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy. Like yeah. I didn't think Dame was gonna win it either for all, but I picked him to win it. But
did you?
Like
you wasn't on here, motherfucker, to say it.
My bad.
Ain't no your bad. Now I just don't believe you. No, I'm just playing.
Come on, man. Team Adidas, baby. Said Dame
he said Team Adidas. Listen, they talking about picking Kanye back up.
I know, man. The pockets is that low.
Sales is down, nigga.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is Kanye may say a lot of wild shit, but the nigga is not stupid. That's not a stupid nigga. He's gonna
come back and have all the power.
That's not a stupid nigga, is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
They say, listen, I'm not calling Kanye a genius. I don't know the nigga like that. I know he is with the music, and I can only imagine that could spill over into other areas. But they say that all geniuses are a little out of their mind. They a little whacked out. They look at shit different.
Well, but I think the concern with him was an HR issue. Like, you can't show creative pornography when you're pitching creative ideas and offering to show your sex tapes, allegedly, when offering or going over ideas for...
In the office meetings,
I'm
glad you threw that alleged in there, because I feel like that sounds like talk. That sounds like what Kanye was saying the whole time. Like, everybody was like, what if the nigga wanted to get out from under these motherfuckers? Well, if you want to get out from a motherfucker, the best thing to do is break all the rules that they got. Nah, you can't. We just talked about contractual. We just talked about contractual obligation. You can't go from the NFL and join the dunk contest unless the NFL lets you. You can't be a UFC fighter and fight a Floyd Mayweather unless the UFC lets you. So contractually, Kanye can't do shit unless Adidas let him, unless Kanye finds a way to get dropped by his contract.
That's a big contract to be willing to...
Right, now you see why Adidas is looking back, because they like, we made the dumb decision of dropping you halfway through your contract. Now we're sitting here on 1.3 billion worth of your shoes, and we can't do nothing with them. So now we have no choice but to renegotiate your contract.
Right.
Man, that's genius. It's genius shit if you look at it from a... But we're not here to talk about that. I'm just saying Adidas is way better than Big Baller Brand. even though them Yeezys is expensive as shit.
Look, Adidas got years and years of shoes. Some top 10s, some shell toes, some Stan Smiths. Like regular Adidas shoes that you can rely on and rely on your size. Like, I know what size I am in that shoe. Or that shit online.
But they are different though. You're not the same size in all Adidas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the Big Baller Brand is, you don't know what shoe somebody put together that day. They bad day. Your shit finna come size 10 with a size 14 label on it.
Yeah.
You don't know what's happening. Somebody hated on you that
I take, is that what you saying happened to Zion?
Oh well, Zion.
They gave him a size 16 when he needed a 17, and he put them on anyway and busted out them bitches.
Zion needs shoes that are like
reinforced.
You know what I'm saying? Something. He needs something on the sidewall. Look,
he need rebar in the side of his shit.
I told you he's gonna get injured though. Like when he got the hamstring shit.
You're the first person. Remember, Mark? I said Aaron been calling it since.
Was Zion?
Yeah. He been calling it since his career started.
Like that, bro. He is an anomaly. If he gets better, which I hope he does,
of course,
that's great. But if not, you have to look at yourself as a GM and like, damn, like I drunk the Kool-Aid. Like I didn't think it all the way through. But if you're in New Orleans, what's your other choice?
No. I don't think that is the case, and I don't think that if I am a GM, I fire the guy that went for Zion.
Not say fire. I said you drunk Kool-Aid.
Well, you know what I'm saying though, because you know what it is. Like these motherfuckers are scouts. They tell you who to get. They tell you. So when that doesn't work out, chances are you lose your job. But I'm saying that Zion was too big of a fish to miss out on. You take that chance every fucking time. Every time you take that chance. So you can't do nothing to him. The only thing that would have bigged him up is if he'd have said, nah, I don't want Zion, I want Ja. They'd have been like, oh, he's the guru. Oh, he knows all.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about that. I get what you're saying, though. What I'm saying is that Zion Williamson, when you look at how he jumps and how he lands and how he plays the game, he's a risk because he jumps way too high for his size. How long is that going to last? Seriously. True.
I'm not even worried about your takeoff. I'm worried about your landing.
Right. So
he could probably take off that way until he hits his mid 40s, but the landing is going to be different.
Correct.
I don't even, that mid 40s is wild to say, but I would say capped out around 43 to 45.
I'm saying, to your point, what you said, he took a regular nigga pair of shoes, that we could ball in for probably 2
Right.
Play one game and almost slid out them bitches.
Man.
That's all I'm saying. There's not, the equipment for him hasn't been made yet. The shoes haven't been made. You know what I'm saying? Like the type of game that he's playing.
Oh no, it's been made.
He got his own signature shoe too.
No, you are right. No, you are right. You are what? Who's he with? CT.
Jordan.
Jordan will make the most sturdiest shoes.
He got his second shoe.
They're always heavy.
Paul Georges. He had on them Paul Georges. He slid out them bitches.
But
at Duke, yeah.
What I was about to say is I do think that there's some truth to what you said, Aaron, because we're coming into the era of no positionless basketball. You feel me? So that means your bigs, your power forwards, and your point and your centers are going to start cutting and dribbling and jabbing on those shoes where them big shoes wasn't usually done like that. You know what I'm saying? They were from a up-down standpoint, maybe a pivot. But now you got niggas trying to yank you. Niggas trying to yank you at 7 feet. You got to make sure them shoes is good for that. So I do think that there, to your point, I think that there is an era of changing of athletic shoes at least. I think they differentiate more the difference between tennis shoes and athletic shoes. Where did tennis shoes come from?
Tennis, my nigga. Niggas played tennis in them hoes.
But so tennis shoes. Tennis.
Look at those tennis shoes. It's like niggas played tennis.
But tennis shoes, and I'm separating the two. Tennis shoes popped off before basketball shoes.
It's called basketball shoes, tennis shoes.
Right, but what I'm saying is...
No, black folks call basketball shoes tennis shoes.
Okay.
So that wasn't the right term for them, is what you're saying?
We got some new tennis shoes. We finna go play a whole game of basketball.
Q might be right. It might have been one rich nigga that came into a neighborhood and was like, check out my new shoes, y'all. And they was like... My tennis instructor just recommended me them shoes. And then she went back home across that track and she was like, look at my new tennis shoes. And they was like, ooh, I got tennis shoes too. Look at these.
Air Force Ones is tennis shoes, man. Those are probably
stop, G. Nah, they're not.
Air Force Ones aren't tennis shoes?
There's no way.
Okay. They came out like shoes, 84, 85.
Say Rasheed Wallace.
There's no fucking way. They shouldn't even have been basketball shoes, those fucking bricks. Air Force Ones are bricks, and their soles are sharp as shit. Why would I want a basketball shoe where I could pivot and turn my whole heel because the sole bends up? Like, nah, they weren't. In tennis, you want like boxing shoes. You want to be light on your feet. You want
like the Chuck T's.
Yeah, you want track cleats. You want track cleats with a sole. Why would I wear Air Forces to slap a ball around?
They definitely was rocking them Chuck Taylors back in the day.
That was everybody.
No. To CT's point, you may be right there. Maybe because we know Air Forces were around before we started rocking them. Maybe they did come out and they was like, these is the brand new tennis shoes. And tennis players started wearing them and was like, these is big baller brand. I ain't rocking them.
Them Jordan 1s is built like the Air Forces.
They are. They so sharp on the sole.
Yeah, I remember that.
Maybe it's a sharp sole era, like how the cars was blocked. Cars weren't rounded back then. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about the Chevys, the Cutlass, the Buicks, they were all boxed. And then one era, right, we realized that wasn't aerodynamic, so we made them curvy. And then one era, we realized these basketball players keep turning their ankles on these sharp-ass soles. We got to roll these bitches out. Then you seen Kobe's. Well, I guess Jordan started to roll his a bit. But some of his is blocky, too.
Coming out with the pumps.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have them AI pumps.
I used to have the pumps. I used to have them old school Damian Stoudemire's.
Dame Stoudemire.
I used to love them bitches.
Mouse.
What was we talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, shoes and shit. Fuck them shoes.
Yeah.
But moving on to wrap up this All-Star game, and we'll move on after that. The LeBron James Giannis game.
Terrible.
Trash.
You think?
Yeah.
It's not an actual basketball game.
It's not. They used to compete way harder than that.
And several players have even talked about that after the game, especially Jaylen Brown, who's the head of the NBA
the Player Association.
Yeah, man. Come on now.
So it looked like Tatum, the only one was going hard.
Right.
Tatum and Brown was trying to match the energy. I'll give him that.
Tatum hit 55. Top scorers were on Giannis were Jason Tatum with 55, Donovan Mitchell with 40, and Dame with 26. Top scorers on Team LeBron were Kyrie Irving with 32, Jaylen Brown with 35, Joel Embiid with 32. Now, I also think that the fact that LeBron hurt his finger so early in the game did definitely affect the game going down the line.
Yeah, Giannis came in and dunked it and went right out.
Right. Because neither one of them, LeBron had business. Neither one of them had business plan.
At all.
Now,
Giannis just went to New York and got, I think, his wrist checked Monday.
Right. So what they should have did in that situation, at least if I'm me, fuck them playing.
Somebody else.
Yeah, fuck them playing. Make them the coaches.
Give that spot to somebody else. Yeah,
make them the coaches. Give that spot to somebody else, like CT said, and let them coach the game. That way you
Jalen Brunson should have been in the game. Like, there was a couple other dudes that should have played it. Like, even De'Aaron Fox, he was a reserve. He got in because Zion now didn't play, so.
What was the point of even... Like, I get it. Like, everybody's stuck on a hype, so they go and vote Zion. But what the fuck is the point of even including him?
As a starter, too.
This is the second year in a row. Right. Second year in a row. You got voted into the All-Star game. Don't know for sure that you deserved it. And
he was hooping.
Before, no. Definitely that first time. He was averaging 31 before he went out.
Too.
See, I didn't see too much of him this year.
They in the playoff race.
They were in the playoff race without him last year. Don't act like they
really wasn't. And
What?
then they made a trade for CJ, and then they got in the playoff.
What?
Yes.
Brandon Ingram was carrying them on his back.
That's why they traded for CJ McCollum.
Because they needed somebody else. Because he can't be the guy to bring it up and do it all.
Who else did they have last year?
Did they have JJ?
There's Zion.
I think that was JJ's last year.
There's Zion Williams.
No, he played in Dallas. JJ ended in Dallas.
Oh, he did, didn't he? You right.
Yeah.
You right.
Yeah, Zion hooped last year.
Nah, I'm not for that. He didn't
finish the season.
I'm not for that. I'm not for you saying that. I mean, of course, you can say whatever you want, but I'm not for that.
They play in? I think they barely got in.
I mean, but when you have so small of a sample size, of course you hoop. You didn't go through the ups and downs.
They didn't just say, "Hey, you an all-star for no reason." Don't act like they just, you all-star starter for no reason.
No, I think there's a bit to that. Like, I'm not saying that he didn't ball. I'm just saying that everybody is hoping Zion pans out.
I am.
Everyone is. I am. Everyone is.
He's my top 5 in the league right now.
I hope young nigga get money, man.
Everyone is hoping Zion pans out.
2.0.
But right.
Hey, that's what I've been saying, man.
Yep.
For sure.
But as we know, this is 2 seasons in a row. And mind you, this season they put a weight clause in his contract.
He's losing a little bit.
I ain't trying to hear it.
What?
I ain't trying to hear it.
I am.
I ain't trying to hear it. LeBron James got hurt that one year.
Don't compare nobody to LeBron James.
But no, it goes to your work ethic,
He's a different animal.
But regardless, he got hurt that one year and went down from like 260 to 235.
I feel like he transformed when he wants to. Like,
now, don't get me wrong. I also know. Zion got bread. Zion didn't even need an NIL. Guaranteed he got bread.
Zion's still living with Mom Duke. She cooking them meals. That's his problem. Like,
you may be right. And if he ain't living with her, they next door neighbors.
Captain Crunch.
You said Captain Crunch it.
Hey, give him a nice peanut butter Captain Crunch 3 a.m. with the butter, man.
The Louisiana ball.
What is he doing?
That's on him. That's his mom. Every time he in the gym and he's slimming up, she said, "Ooh, baby, you looking sick. Sit down for a second. Let me cook something for you."
You got some Captain Crunch? Peanut butter?
Man.
Listen, but who do we say? You said Jalen Brunson should have replaced Zion. What's up with what's her name? Is it Ben Simmons or Karl Anthony Towns, the ex-girl? Kendall Kardashian.
That's D Book.
Oh yeah, that is D-Book, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what was that about? What was her coming up to him at the Allstar game and doing that whole thing about?
I ain't heard that one.
Yeah, I ain't heard about that.
Yeah, man, there was articles.
Was she in attendance?
I mean, from the
article
article
saying Kendall was in Utah.
From the article that I saw, I guess. Wait. Who did the Knicks play last before the All-Star game?
Brooklyn. No.
That's it. That's who I was thinking it was. I was thinking it was Brooklyn, and I was thinking they got the win. All I'm saying is I could be wrong.
Bridges just had 45, I think. Was that the game? Yeah, I don't know.
I could be wrong, and I could be mistaken the Brooklyn, New York game or whoever they played last, because I know they did get the win.
They played the Hawks last in Atlanta.
And that's not who. It had to be the All-Star weekend then. I wish I could look up the article, but I guess she came out on the floor and like walked up to him, congratulated him, and he had like a conversation. And the first thing I'm thinking is Jalen Brunson. Like, I'm not saying Jalen Brunson don't ball. I'm just saying, like, what about the All-Star weekend was enough for you to go congratulate him unless you had already been, in contact, like already talking? You dig what I'm saying? Like, if you went out to Jason Tatum and did that, makes perfect sense. Got MVP, dropped 55. But Jalen Brunson? Think he dropped, 13 in the All-Star game?
Brunson?
Yeah.
All-Star game. He didn't play.
He didn't play at all?
He didn't get picked.
Yeah, I don't remember Jalen Brunson being one of the people who was in the
Was
All-Star
it a replacement? Like a replacement?
Yeah, he had to have done something.
He wasn't there at all.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I could be mixing up games, but I'm pretty sure the article, I didn't read it all because I don't really give a fuck about a Kardashian, but
yeah, he didn't get picked for any All-Star events or anything.
And the last game was who you said?
Hawks and the A.
And it definitely wasn't there because it was in New York. Or I know that he was in a. I don't even have my phone, man. I wish I had my phone. I could look up the article.
He had a 40-piece against the Nets.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking. It may be the Nets game.
And Iggy walked up to him. It was Iggy.
Oh, am I confusing Iggy with Kendall?
Yeah, you had to be Iggy Gazelle. That's who it was.
Iggy Azalea.
It was in the Garden. Yeah, I remember her.
You are absolutely correct because the first thing I thought to myself was
I was looking at it too. I was like, damn, she
Nick Young sick. You are absolutely correct.
Yeah, I remember I was watching that game too.
I'm glad we got down to the bottom of that, Shaggy.
You have been thinking about that one for a minute.
Man, I knew something wasn't right about it. But I did see something about Kendall, though. Now, because I know that I wouldn't have had her name. I don't know if it equated to basketball or All-Star game. Had to be basketball in some sort, but unless she was consoling Devin Booker, I don't know how it would equate to the basketball game. But congratulations, Giannis. Malk, I know you said earlier in the week that you feel like LeBron's a bad GM, even the team that he put together for this All-Star game was rough. You believe that?
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, of course. I knew he was going to lose. I knew Team Giannis. I told you I was going to put money on DraftKings. I don't know why I did.
He did say that.
But, yeah, I knew Team Giannis was going to win that game. He's not the best.
I didn't know they was going to play like that, though, man.
He's not the best. He doesn't pick the best. He's not. Managing a team is not his thing. Player selections is not his thing.
No, I agree with that 1,000.
Yeah.
I agree with that 1,000.
When that was his first time losing.
No, I mean, yeah, it's his first time losing, but
6-1.
But last year, the year before last,
he hit the game winner.
So wait, 2 years. He's only been picking teams for 3 years now.
It's been Team LeBron 6 years old.
Oh. No.
Hold on, I think they said he was 6-0.
From him picking teams, I'm pretty sure that started that year.
Well, they just
him and Kevin Durant.
was the first year.
I think that was the first year they started actually picking teams as opposed to assigning, East, West, or whatever the case may be. I may be a year or two off. Possibly.
This is the 6th consecutive year that he got to lead his respective team.
Right. But that doesn't say whether or not it was East, West, or Team LeBron. Because they just started that draft shit. They just started it. They just started that draft shit 3-4 years ago. They wasn't letting the players pick before. Nah, it was East and West before.
I think the fans would pick, but yeah, it was still, I think, Team LeBron, though. And whoever the West captain would be, like it would be Durant or...
Right. I just don't think that they've done playground rules like where we get to pick for more
They've been changing the rules every year. The year of Kobe, it was 24. Like, they had it. It's been different every year, so... You played.
I mean, if CT's correct, then I guess you kind of got to give LeBron something. Because if you win, 6 out of 7 of your past years,
when he plays, he normally wins. But he ain't played. This is like the first time he hurt his hand quick and was out. Like, but normally he's been in, so he normally try to go get that dub.
And that's again, like I said, if LeBron played, I don't think it would have been the same result.
Facts. He would have tried to grab MVP or something.
He'd have been the one going at. He'd have been the one going at Jason Tatum, though, for sure.
Never
mind.
This
nigga was leaping. This nigga was leaping. He did that baseline dunk. He jumped
off the glass.
Man, that nigga jumped from like 8 feet.
Yeah, he grabbed it with his left
hand. And that wasn't even you talking about the alley-oop. I'm talking about the drive. He did a pump, a jab, and he drove the baseline, and he did that. Dunk. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He jumped from at least 8 feet.
Lay down in the air, so
man,
he's flying. I felt like he wasn't gonna give it too much energy because he got to get back to the
He hurt his hand trying to do the chase down block from the Warriors game. What do you mean? He was giving energy. That nigga was trying to win before he went out. He was hitting.
He only went out here trying to block shots and shit.
He was hitting threes from the logo.
That's the game.
He came out to win it.
This is weird.
It would have been different if LeBron played. I will say that. I think LeBron goes at Jason Tatum instead of.
I don't think
Jaylen
so.
Brown.
Now that I think about it, no, never mind.
You don't think it's any different?
He just sat out the second half or something like that.
He would have sat. Yeah, he would have sat out for some.
Exactly.
You are right. He would have sat out for some. But I think he'd have been back in the fourth.
This your first one? You can have it. Go ahead. I'm gonna sit over here.
They ain't go down 10 until within like a minute and a half.
He got a foot problem already. He need to sit his ass down.
Groin, foot.
Yeah, shit.
Nigga, when you get
go back to Bronny's game.
When you get older,
Bronny's game.
Yeah, Bronny got a conservative.
He was at Bronny's game, and then he probably pulled in.
Oh, you said I thought you were saying play Bronny's game. Listen, Bronny's game is very conservative.
Oh yeah, they're gonna play together.
It's very but that's what I'm saying though. I ain't gonna say that.
LeBron gonna be held. He's good enough to go anywhere he want to leave, so he got the plan.
No, I will say that. I think it's exactly the same. I think my dad, like if I'm comparing it to, I think my dad was LeBron. I'm conservative. I'm the conservative version of my father. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm not, listen, he does that, I do this. And eventually, you gonna have to start doing this. You feel what I'm saying? Like you gonna have to start doing this. You can't keep doing that. That's gonna get you hurt. Just like LeBron going through, questioning whether or not he gonna make it. Start playing more conservative.
Not questioning.
You think not? He still got 2 years.
He got as long as he won't.
He still got 2 years. That's all I'm saying. And maybe
I'll say 4 to 5.
Well, I'm saying 2 years until you play with your son.
I say 4 to 5 still in his prime.
All I'm saying is you can't be beat up. I know he doesn't want to be beat up when he plays with his son.
His son ain't committed nowhere yet.
Mm-hmm.
G League.
He ain't committed nowhere yet.
Go to the G League and put on.
And they gonna have him on the Ignite.
He ain't committed nowhere.
They gonna have him on the
Ignite. Stay at the crib at USC.
But why not? I know that he said
Ohio State.
Yeah, if he go to college, it is gonna be Ohio State. I guarantee you it is.
No, he is not going to college.
If he goes to college, it's gonna be Ohio State, but I don't think he goes to Ohio State.
Why not?
Because it doesn't make sense. Even with the NIL deals, it doesn't make sense for me to go to Ohio State. I guess it does a bit.
I feel like you'll make more money than going into the Ignite.
I guess it does a bit now that I think about it.
And you got that LeBron patch on your jersey still?
It does a bit.
You're gonna retire your jersey, dog. Play one game. Play one.
We finally got a James in the Buckeye jersey, huh?
And you know that LeBron said that was one of his regrets. I wish I'd have played for Ohio State 1 year.
He was capping.
You know he was, but that's what he said.
He was ready for the money.
But you know, in a situation where it's like now my son doesn't have a choice, why would I not have him live out my dreams?
Yeah.
Go to Ohio State.
Had a daughter go there.
You know, Bronny don't give a fuck. He know he gonna get views at Ohio State. That's a fact.
Bronny might have.
That's far from Pops, though, man. That's far from the crib.
What do that have to do with anything?
Man, $1 billion.
You think you want to go to that?
You can fly anywhere you want.
Nah.
You got $1 billion daddy, man.
You think you want to be in that snow in December?
It don't matter.
It ain't that bad, dog. It ain't that bad, man. It ain't that bad. It's
well,
you got to tell him that.
The cold has been not the snow.
It's kind of
They
bad.
done lived up there before, though. It ain't like
in the mansion where you ain't even got.
We prepared for we got snow trucks.
But what does it matter if you're not driving anyway?
Real shit.
He's not driving. I guarantee you, if he comes to Ohio State will make the motherfucker who lives across the street move.
Or you can have a.
You are out of there. Bronny James is moving in. We'll pay you this much. Get the fuck on.
Right, he finna get his own spot in downtown LA.
He's gonna be A1.
He's gonna have his own mansion in LA already. He's gonna go to USC and chill.
He's gonna have his favorite fast food restaurant in his house.
All I'm saying is a college season is what? 3 months?
Downtown
3.5 months? You think Bronny wouldn't move somewhere else for 3.5 months before he go to the league? Especially if it's exposure?
If he don't got to, no.
I would.
No.
Where is he going to go in California?
USC.
Man.
Downtown LA. That's what I said. 3 months. Stay at the crib.
USC,
at least.
USC is on the set. You know USC is on the set. USC is on the set. USC is a school.
Huh?
You gotta admit it. You can't say nothing.
What? I don't know what you're saying. What are you saying about USC?
USC is a very that hood is surrounded by USC is surrounded by a very disenfranchised neighborhood.
Evan Mobley just came from USC. Like
USC is not the safest place to go. It's not.
Do it for the fam. Ohio State.
But it's gonna be Bronny in the city. That city, it's gonna only turn.
We didn't know anything about Evan Mobley until he got defensive player of the year as a rookie and left.
He was nice in high school.
But I'm saying though he wasn't Bronny. So to Aaron's point, it still brings unwanted attention. Now, with that being said, though, Ohio State isn't quite located in the best of areas.
And they're on the downfall. Like they going.
And you're right. It's not.
But
walking is not your greatest option. I get what you're saying.
But
and you're playing all the Big Ten teams. You go to Michigan when you can stay out here and play the West Coast squad.
I mean, I think that would be easier for him though.
UCLA, you stand out this way to play.
I think going Big Ten as opposed to the
Pac.
Yeah, the Pac-12 or what is it? What is it now?
10.
It's the 12 or the 10?
12.
I thought they added 2, so I think it's the 12.
They lost 2.
They lost it. It's not the Pac-8.
No, USC and USC.
Oh, they went to
the Big Ten.
Yep, you are right.
I want to say UCLA. I don't know if it's them though.
Nah, it's
Washington. No,
Washington.
You might.
I know it's USC though.
USC for sure.
And UCLA.
You might be right. Yeah, because I can't think.
Point.
I thought he was gonna come out here to Arizona, but nah.
Man, stop! You wishing on a star.
They was the top 5, Arizona State.
I mean, but that would make sense though.
It's still on the West Coast.
Y'all ain't been shit since y'all had what's the name?
Who? James.
Who? Nah.
James went to Arizona State.
Who was it? Like Kevin Williams or something?
Kevin Love?
No, Kevin Love didn't go to Arizona State.
Kevin Love,
UCLA.
Fuck, I can't think of his name.
Arizona State?
Derek Williams. Derek Williams.
That's Arizona.
Oh,
he
okay.
went to U of A.
You right.
The Wildcats is ranked right now. And they're like 7.
Ooh, Kentucky?
Kentucky sucked.
No, Arizona.
Oh, I didn't know they was Wildcats too.
Miami sucked.
Whoa.
They suck.
Whoa.
The Heaters.
Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa.
Listen, ain't nobody worried about the U. Y'all ain't been shit since y'all had that squad in football.
Hey, we ranked though.
Y'all ranked what y'all?
Now y'all be doing all right in basketball, I will say.
Goddamn.
Jordan over there now too. Ain't
it's either
Jordan?
y'all or it's Florida.
No, y'all Adidas.
Yeah,
I got some Adidas merch.
Yeah, we Adidas. They brought out them new uniform with the palm trees and shit. The orange and green. Yeah, they were nice.
I don't know nothing about that.
Might have to get one of them.
Nah, I ain't getting one, but
they all white basketball jersey with the design.
I hate having white
and the letters.
Yeah.
But other than the All-Star game, I want to announce Hawks fired Nate McMillan.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, him and Trey wasn't getting along.
Well,
but it's ugly. They do the ones like us like that, man.
Well, see, here's what's interesting, right? Is because per CBS, Trae Young. This is the title of the article. Trae Young needs to alter his game, or he could be next to go.
Leave, yeah. That's every star now, though. They always.
But wait a second, though, because this is.
When you losing.
I feel like this is a part of the problem. Nate McMillan can or can't go. Really makes no difference to me, though. Like it's not.
He got them to the Eastern Conference Finals 2 years ago.
No, I don't know if he did.
He got old dude's team to that. The dude that got fired before him, because I think it was Jock Bob.
Who?
Somebody else. He got Nate McMillan got hired after someone else got fired, and that's the season he went to the finals.
And they took off.
Regardless, though, I don't think
his team is what I'm trying to tell you is that he got hired with.
Regardless, go ahead.
No, his team hasn't been working. That's why he got fired.
And that's to be understood, right? At least from my perspective, because I feel like nobody got them to the finals but Trae. Trey just got hot. He just got hot, and he remained hot.
No defense.
He definitely wasn't playing no defense, but he remained hot for a while. Now, as far as you talk about,
he also played some bad games. They got carried. What was it? Bogdanovich or something like that. They traded him though.
Yeah, Bogdan. No, it was Boyan. It was the younger.
Yeah, he was nice with him.
Mm-hmm.
Collins, that's how he got his.
But
big
listen
contract.
though, this is what I'm saying, because I think that's a part of the problem is you getting rid of Nate McMillan as well, is because just like you said, you got rid of Boyan Bogdanovich. You got rid of
Murray though.
You got rid of Danilo Gallinari, 3 first-round picks, and a swap for DeJounte Murray.
He was hooping too for them.
You traded Kevin Huerter to the Kings. And then listen, just before the trade deadline, you trade away Justin Holiday and Frank Kaminsky for Garrison Matthews and Bruno Fernando.
Ooh.
Now, I like Garrison Matthews. I think he has potential, but he's not there yet. So what I'm getting at is you traded away all of your players, like how we talk about the Bucks, how you got an A+ supporting cast.
Which Bucks? Milwaukee?
Yeah. How they have an A+ supporting cast behind Giannis. You traded away your B. You had a B. It wasn't quite a B+, but you traded away your B role players to get DeJounte Murray, who is going to take a minute for both of them to mesh. What you're asking for is another Dame Lillard, CJ McCollum situation. And it doesn't, right, and it doesn't work like that unless you have time to develop it.
Especially now while everybody else is getting better.
Listen, let me run this. Let me run this down.
When you got Brooklyn, they looking like they could still win some games.
Let me run this down. Trae Young's current stats: 26.7 points per game, 42.8 from the field, 32.4 from the three, 2.9 rebounds, and 10.2 assists. What the fuck about his game does he need to change?
He's an all-star for sure.
Like, yeah, of course you could hit a couple more shots, but what about his game does he need to change? I feel like that's a part of Atlanta. Like, Atlanta is so quick to get rid of a motherfucker, and you're not looking at long-term shit.
But you gotta look at the franchise, though. You know what I mean? Like, Atlanta's probably not been the best franchise historically, right? I mean, they've had a couple good players here and there, but from top to bottom, they're probably not the best organization or one of the top organizations.
I agree, which is another reason why I think that Trey was the one that got him there. They wasn't supposed to get to the fucking Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. Some players were injured and stuff, so yeah, it takes a little luck too. But yeah, you're right. I don't know how.
It was more or less people were surprised. Didn't have a game plan. Once the game plan was found out, Trail became easy money.
I don't even know if it was a game plan. It was really just Trae Young.
Ben Simmons.
Stop Trae Young, it's over.
Ben Simmons folded.
Yeah, Ben Simmons. That's a whole.
When he didn't take that shot over Trey.
I feel like Ben Simmons didn't go to church or something like.
Why? Because
he scored none in the fourth quarter. He didn't score none in the fourth quarter of those games.
Yeah, that's just, hey, you need to talk to somebody.
He robbed the NBA for their money and legit. How many?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
I think he was an
robbed the NBA. The only thing that pisses me off is that you came from LSU and you was breaking all of Shaq's records and shit, and then you
was he? I don't think he
broke.
He didn't even want to play in the NIT game.
He broke one or two of Shaq's records for sure.
He cried and not want to.
Can't remember what it is.
He was a prolific player. He
double
broke,
doubles with 10 and 10s. He probably beat the double record.
He broke his points record.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I can't
probably.
remember. But I know he broke a record of Shaq's at LSU. I just don't know.
Had to be the assist record. It was the assist record. I bet you. Here goes the ball.
Oh shit! I can't remember what it is. Let me see. I'm gonna try to look it up. I don't even know where my phone is. I can't. Well, damn. But either way, and then after all that, on trade deadline, you trade away Justin Holiday and Frank Kaminsky for Garrison Matthews and Bruno Fernando. That is wild to me. Like I like Bruno. And I definitely think Garrison Matthews has a high ceiling. And
I would just use Frank Kaminsky. Just he's a big shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like you needed him because Capella can't shoot it. So
I think what they were thinking is that Bruno would be able to shoot enough to make up for Kaminsky's loss, but he'll do more banging. That's the only way you could think about it. Bruno's gonna bang for you, and he will hit a couple threes, but he's not a Frank Kaminsky shooter.
I know what they not thinking.
What?
About winning.
Listen. Listen.
You put players like that together, and
you traded away Danilo Gallinari and Frank Kaminsky, two of the top big man shooters in the league.
And they just go to other teams and just look like they get better, especially Kevin.
I'm not high on Frank, so whatever. You know.
I'm not the highest on Frank. I'm not the highest on Frank either.
Yeah, I like college, but not in the
What happened was
college. He was overhyped.
Nah, but what happened was Frank got flooded. Frank got flooded in Charlotte. They brought everybody in there in his position. They brought the nigga that what's her name got a baby by
#1 draft pick, PJ Washington.
Yep, PJ. Yeah. They brought Miles. They brought
Reynolds,
and he folded up and fell out the rotation.
Because
the other dude from Kentucky, Reynolds.
I know it's another one. It's another power forward that was in there. He got instantly dropped to the.
Talking about Bridges.
Nah, we said Bridges, Washington, and it was one more.
Say Cody Zeller was there,
but yeah, he wasn't in Cody's way.
Someone on the Suns?
Nah, in Charlotte, the Hornets. Yeah, he wasn't in Cody's way.
I mean, they had Bismack.
Biombo,
I feel like Bismack and Cody were both sharing that position. I feel like Frank only became the center after they got rid of Cody and Bismack.
Oh, no,
or did Bismack come from Toronto to Charlotte?
He's been around a lot on.
Yeah, I think he came from Toronto to Charlotte after the win with Kawhi.
He won with Kawhi?
Yeah, Bismack was on that team where Kawhi got the
Toronto?
Yeah. And I think he got
I thought it was Marcus Gasol and Serge Ibaka.
Well, you know, Bismack was playing his Thanasis role back then.
I don't think he was on that team.
Nah. Where the fuck is my phone, man?
It was Chris. I don't think Bismack was on that team. Might have been in Charlotte chilling.
Hold up. Let's see.
So if it's Toronto, it's like what?
I don't think he got a ring.
So if it's Toronto, then it's definitely Serge Ibaka.
They had number 55.
Who's 55?
He's an African, another African dude on there.
Was it OG?
Nah, he talking
OG
about
on there too.
He talking about Chris Boucher.
Yeah.
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 I knew it was another big.
That's when they
dude.
still had Jonas Valanciunas.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
OG was on the team.
OG, Marcus Saul,
Sam,
Siakam, Lowry.
number 0, McCall. Was McCall on that team?
Yeah, Patrick
Pack.
McCall.
Yep, got him one. Sitting the bench.
Jeremy Lin was on the bench too.
He was. Land got him one and retired.
Jeremy Lin.
Yep.
Damn, was Bismack not on that?
I got chipped though.
Nah, he wasn't on that roster.
I don't remember him on that roster. Because he'd have been playing.
I thought he started out in Charlotte, but I might be mistaken.
Cody Zeller for
Cody
sure.
did. I could have
No. I mean, I thought Bismack got his start out and then moved on to like Orlando or whatever else.
Nah, he came from Toronto to Charlotte, didn't he? Or vice versa.
I don't remember when he was in Toronto, honestly.
He was definitely in Toronto.
Son, Charlotte.
Alright. Oh no, you're right. He started in Charlotte, then went to Toronto. So yeah, I was confused on the back and forth. Then he went to Orlando, then went back to Charlotte, then went to Phoenix.
Mm-hmm. I know a little bit, man. You know, I know a little bit.
I knew it was one way or the other. I thought it was vice versa, though.
Well, you know, I'm a real Eastern Conference fan.
You ain't no fucking real shit. Motherfuckers didn't even know this nigga's name. Spell it.
When LeBron was in the
B.I. Mac, nigga.
Biombo.
I don't remember
Biombo.
Right.
AKA Burger.
I knew it was one way or another, though.
That nigga name called Beef. Fuck that. Beef
But
Burger.
I don't even know how we got there. How we get to Bismack?
Talking about that Charlotte team with the bigs.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't got nothing else. What y'all got? Nothing?
What about the trade? What about the trade deadline? There was some good trades.
There was. We got Pat Bev. I just want to tell you, look, man, LaMelo.
What about him? He ain't what?
Still ain't made the team yet, man.
What team?
Hey, mate, yeah.
It's LiAngelo. I'm sorry, LiAngelo.
Oh, LiAngelo.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you talking about long head? Yeah.
But
hey, LiAngelo over Lonzo with them knees, man.
He getting
we all got our excuses, but this nigga still ain't made it.
he getting Mac McClung. He need to win a dunk contest to make a team.
Somebody help him out. God help him.
Maybe they input him in the 3-point contest next year.
Maybe so.
They should, and I've been saying since last year when we was talking basketball, we'll take him in Cleveland. We will take LiAngelo Ball in Cleveland.
We don't want Nan Ball in Miami. So you get
We want LiAngelo, Cleveland.
Crazy, man.
That's all I'm saying.
We got Clear. I got one for you.
Garland definitely passing him the ball. If he open in the corner, Garland's passing him the ball. He may end up being one of the best shooters if y'all give him a shot.
Facts, you right.
If y'all just catch and shoot 3 and D. He is undersized for the 3. I agree with that, but I don't think it's that big of a, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
He can guard somebody on the other end that's height.
Bring him to
Cleveland. But yeah, what about Russ going to LA Clips? You like that one?
I do.
Got him off the Lakers, thank goodness.
Going across the street.
Same house.
Yeah, well, across the arena.
He ain't got to
Malcolm,
move,
what
so
you
that's
think
a
about
good.
that?
I mean, Cliff and I already talked about it earlier in the week. I mean, I just think it's going to be. It's been a train wreck everywhere Russ goes. So
I think it's gonna be better for him. Him and
it's
Ty
gonna
Lue.
be
Him and Ty. That's what.
They say that everywhere he goes, bro.
Him and Ty Lue, and then on
He ain't
top
never
of
had a
that,
coach like Ty Lue.
Billy Donovan wasn't a solid coach.
and then
he ran over Billy Donovan.
I'm just saying he wasn't a solid. Billy Donovan is a proven coach. Like, you know what I'm
In
saying?
college.
then on
in
top of that,
college.
listen, y'all got Ty Lue as a coach. Then on top of that, y'all both come from the same area.
Back to
Kawhi and Russ.
Nobody changing Russ, bro.
And PG.
Yeah, Russ is who he is.
He ain't changing
But
Russ.
And PG.
And Cliff, you just already said that the other day. Russ is who he is. It don't matter who he's around.
Right.
All he needs is
who's
one ring.
involved.
But I bet
If he
it.
get a ring, it's over.
But
with.
like
They ain't gonna shut him up.
like I said in that conversation,
He had two opportunities.
It's completely
He still
different.
got an opportunity.
It's completely different flying across the country and dealing with motherfuckers that you ain't been around than me coming back Columbus, and even if I don't know the nigga, you from Columbus as well. Like I said, motherfuckers move different depending on where they're from. So the fact that Kawhi and Russ is from LA,
And Paul George.
you do keep saying that. Is he from LA though?
He's from LA. But
Yeah.
let me give you an example, Cliff. Do you remember when T.O. came
He went
to
to
the
Fresno.
Eagles?
I knew that. You said, do I remember when T.O. went to the Eagles?
Yeah, you remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember what happened with him and Donovan McNabb, right? You remember how that all played out? That saga with him and McNabb, right?
Yeah, I get that.
All right. So what do you think is going to happen with Russ and Kawhi?
That's different, though.
Nope. Russ is very vocal, too vocal. So was T.O.
Russ is going to get him the ball.
Right. But we know that the number one issues that happen on a field in football are between the quarterback and the wide receiver.
So what do you think is going to happen when Russ says, "I want the ball"?
But what I'm saying is, in
He is
basketball,
not that tight.
in basketball, it's completely different though, because you don't have to be the wide receiver to touch the ball. I can be a defender and touch the ball. I can be wherever I need to be on this court, and I can touch the ball at some point. It's different than when you expect the only stats I get are when you give them to me.
Mm-hmm.
So when Russ sat in the Lakers hallway in the tunnel area to ride the bike because he threw a hissy fit that he wasn't.
But that's different, right? That's because the coach. That's because he was mad the coach would not let him play. But it wasn't because he was mad that LeBron wasn't giving him passes.
No, yeah. I'm just saying the whole point is when Russ doesn't get his way, what does Russ do?
But in LA, you on his spotlight.
Right, but you also got, like CT, I'm sure you were about to say, you also got two niggas from your hood saying, come on, cuz, we don't get down like this.
Man, that don't matter.
LeBron ain't from there. LeBron from Akron.
Cliff, you don't even like Columbus niggas, so let's not even act like just because you're from the same place, y'all like each other. Most niggas from the same place don't like each other. CT, you definitely know what I'm talking about.
No, that's the truth.
You definitely know what I'm talking about, bro. So I don't believe into that. This ain't Philadelphia City brotherly love.
That's the truth.
Don't sling that on me.
But regardless, if you were asking me to vibe with, to build a team around, much like I said to you when we had this conversation, I don't need to like a motherfucker to say that's the one I want having my back. I can not like you at all, but I trust you to do your job to get it done. I'll cover the front, you cover the back. We can hate each other. But if I trust you, I trust you. And I would trust somebody from where I was from far before I would go to a whole nother place and be like, I gotta trust you. I don't know you. I don't know how you rock. I don't know how you vibe. Yeah. In Columbus, I can see it. Oh, you a real nigga or you a weak nigga?
Shut up.
I think that's the mentality.
And you may be right. That could not be the case. But I'm just saying it's a lot easier for somebody to get to understand someone where they came from the same place than someone that you.
But you have to understand, Cliff, how big California is. You
Understood.
keep saying they come from the same place. But niggas talk about it all the time.
Understood.
You might be from this side of Cali. That's not the
but
same.
How hard is it to adapt from East to West Coast?
I don't know. I mean, I've never lived on the West Coast. I don't.
I'm just saying.
Answer that.
I'm just saying. We know from Pac and Biggie and all that. We know from the different kinds of music. We know from the entertainment. It's different, right? And LeBron is the East Coast nigga. Y'all just let him on a West Coast team. And then on top of that, he runs it. So Russ is a West Coast nigga coming to a West Coast team being run by an East Coast nigga. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I think that's a little too deep. It
could be, but I'm just saying when it comes to meshing, I would imagine you would mesh with someone regardless if you like them or not, where you came from the same place. Then someone I do like that we from two different places.
Well, I guess you and Bow Wow gonna have to make up, Cliff.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, that's too much.
Cause that's my whole point, right? Like niggas will be from Columbus and be like, "Fuck Bow Wow." For example, I'm just giving an example to Cliff's point. Because Cliff will say, they'll all say, "Fucking nigga that's from the same place as them," but they'll say, "Oh, this nigga from over here." You know
so to rock with you on where you going, did Russ or LeBron ever say fuck either or of them?
Did Russ or LeBron ever say fuck?
Say fuck Russ or fuck LeBron? Did either one of them say fuck the other nigga?
LeBron didn't say it directly, but he gave indirect directs, if that makes sense. This team needs to play better. He gave.
But at the same time, LeBron was also the guy that brought him in, right?
That's fine.
So what I'm saying is if somebody doesn't like a motherfucker, why would I bring you in unless it was like I said from the jump? I trust that man to do his job. That wasn't the case.
Because you don't have to like someone to bring them in. You know how many niggas I don't really fuck with?
I just said that, Malk. I just said that. That was the exact words that just came out of my mouth.
But beyond that, though, LeBron didn't really have, like, he could tell them his opinion. Okay, yes, bring Russ, don't bring Russ. But at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want to do, Cliff. They're going to trade who they want to trade. You think a couple years ago when they got rid of some people, LeBron wanted to get rid of everybody? I'm sure there's some niggas he wanted to keep back. I'm sure naturally he wanted to keep somebody back. They're going to do what they want to do. It doesn't matter. The Lakers are going to do what they want to do.
They ain't doing nothing LeBron says red flag on.
Nah, bro.
If LeBron says don't do it, it's not happening.
A lot of shit's changed.
How many coaches have left LeBron as opposed to players?
Why did Jeannie Buss say, "I'm not trading away our future picks for LeBron for what he wants"? Jeannie Buss has already said several times.
Right. After you gave him everything he wanted. After you traded away Kuzma, Randall, Hart, Ball, Caruso. So it's different. After he already made that mistake. It wasn't like he came in and she was like, "No, LeBron. What LeBron says goes until LeBron shows he's fucking up."
Facts.
That's facts. There's no arguing that. There is not one bit of arguing that. It happened in Miami. It happened in Cleveland the second time around. The only time in his career it did not happen is Cleveland the first time when he was a rookie.
Well, see how much the Lakers giving to him now. I'm telling you, bro, they see that time.
Right, because once you make a mistake, it's over. But you have to make the mistake first.
Nah. No, not at this point, bro.
Yeah, I think they rocking with what LeBron go with.
It don't matter if LeBron goes somewhere else next year. If LeBron says, "Give me him, him, and him," they're going to give him, and him.
He wanted AD, got AD.
Period. Everything he's asked for, he's gotten.
Facts.
And he deserves it.
Oh, is that true? Then why don't?
Well, no, they didn't let him get Kyrie.
CT,
They didn't let him get Kyrie.
But think about it though. But think about it. That was also
GM.
but no. That was also after the mistake had already been made. You already gave away all them players for AD. You already did all of that. Now you want Kyrie as well. But I guarantee you, if LeBron went fresh into LA and said, I want Kyrie, he'd be there tomorrow. But after you traded away everyone, we can't allow you to now get Kyrie on top of that.
No, the GM, he traded Kyrie. Kyrie couldn't pick where he wanted to go because he's still in the contract, so...
Right, but I guarantee you, if LeBron said that, if he put his heat-seeking missile on Kyrie as opposed to AD, it would be in vice versa. Kyrie would be there, and he'd be asking for AD's injured ass.
That's why a lot of people don't want AD because he stayed injured.
Think so?
I with all my heart and soul.
Okay.
Because right now, that's the issue. LeBron's looking at it like, damn, I fucked up picking AD, man. I should have got with the guy I knew I could have got it done with.
He got a ring out of AD.
And he's screaming.
Right.
Did get a ring.
He got a COVID ring out of AD.
They got a COVID ring.
And that season, the Celtics did go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
If
and they
LeBron
played
didn't win that, somebody else did, they wouldn't.
Yeah, got them.
And that's what we was talking about last week. I said Kyrie took him to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Got them.
But he still got him there, though.
Got them.
But if you didn't complete the mission, I mean...
But I'm saying he got him furthest than every other point guard. Like I said, and that's another one. I forgot to mention Scary Terry Rozier. Yeah, had them in the Celtics, too. You couldn't get it done with some of the best point guards, so don't blame it on Kyrie when he couldn't get you past the Eastern Conference Finals.
I'm blaming Kyrie.
That's why I wish you'd have been on last week, too. Why you blaming Kyrie?
Can't do it without LeBron. He cries way out. He gonna cry.
I just think if he did anything wrong in Boston, he came in with the wrong attitude. It shouldn't have been his squad. It should have been our squad.
Nah, he was on some bullshit. Cause like you told the motherfuckers you was staying, bro, and then like.
But that's after the season, though.
Nah, fuck all that. After the season, he said he wanted to stay.
During the season, I did everything y'all expected of me. It just wasn't enough. We didn't have no big man.
Man, after the season, he wanted to
Y'all trying to get us a dub with this antique big man, Al Horford? He's a fucking antique. And you think I'm enough to just get y'all the dub? I'm not. And how did y'all win in Miami?
They went to the finals
big man ball.
Went to the finals without him.
And Al Horford.
With Al Horford.
Same team.
Robert Williams. Robert Williams was who got them to the finals.
He was in and out.
So much so he had a fractured knee and was still playing in the finals.
Did Al Horford not dunk on Giannis?
It doesn't matter. They still needed 25? Robert Williams. Did they not? Did they not need Robert Williams? They did, because he still had to play.
They needed the little that they got.
Al Horford
it was big.
Is a big power forward. Sit in the corner and shut the fuck up.
And there was many games where Al Horford killed the other team.
No, I'm not hating on Al. I like Al. But you're an antique now.
He had a bigger output.
This isn't Atlanta Al. This is Boston Al. It's like Boston. This ain't Heat. That's what I said. This isn't Atlanta Al. This is Boston Al. Just like the Heat. This ain't the Heat Shaq. This is Boston Shaq. It's not the same fucking thing. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing regardless. It's not the same thing.
Boston Shaq would have never been in the NBA Finals.
Ever playing.
When would Al Horford ever be to the finals if it wasn't for someone else on his team?
I'm talking about Boston Shaq.
I mean, oh man,
I'm talking about Boston Shaq.
Wow.
Boston Al. Give me Atlanta Al. When is he going to the finals without somebody else on his team taking him there.
Man, you went off.
He had Joe Johnson and all them back with it in Atlanta. They didn't make it.
ISO Joe.
Yeah, they didn't make it.
I remember they was number
It took Ice Cold Trey
but they lost
get them
to Brian. You losing to Brian in the East.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still saying.
Who beat Brian in the East?
I'm still saying.
ISO Joe. They had Joe Smith.
Josh Smith. Josh Smith. Yeah.
And they can turn down a
Jeff T. Kyle Korver.
Oh, they did have T.
Kyle Korver. Come on now, stop playing with me.
Josh Smith.
Josh Smith used to be that shit for like 2-3 seasons. Then it was like, where did Shot go? What happened to him?
No,
he's not even playing defense.
The confidence went nowhere. It was making the shot that was the problem.
Right.
Confidence was there.
Right.
He's still shooting that bit.
You're right. You are absolutely correct. But yeah, nah, I ain't fucking with that. I ain't fucking with that. But I will say, and we'll wrap it up after this. The new Hawks job, head coaching job, since they got rid of Nate McMillan, they looking at number 1, Quinn Snyder. I don't know how I feel about that. Number 2, Mike D'Antoni.
Mike D'Antoni.
Mm-hmm. 2 years removed from coaching, might I add. And number 3, Ime Udoka. Only thing I say about that is Atlanta, you fucked around in Boston and fucked the don't go to Atlanta and listen, now that's not the spot if you got sex problems.
That's what
you can't do that in the A. You can do that in Boston, but you can't do that in the A.
Listen.
Come to the A. Look.
Fox 5. Slime's out there.
He might have everything he needs.
Hey.
CT's stupid.
He might be pacified though.
CT's stupid as fuck.
They'll be over in zone 6.
Udoka gonna be out there in his fucking Mercedes like, bitch, I said hurry up. You should already been out the house. Be in the car. Hurry up. You should have been walking to the curb.
We the only city in America that got a Bobby Brown Parkway. We got a street for Bobby Brown.
Listen, that's lit. It's lit. Travis Scott said it. We just ain't believe him. It's lit, motherfucker. But and then last is Kenny Atkins.
Kenny Atkins probably.
He was the Brooklyn coach before Nash.
Warriors assistant coach.
But Doc Vaughn is their coach now, though.
Yeah, nah, it was before. That was before Nash Atkins.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Is it before or after? Now that I'm thinking about it, it might be after. Either way, it was only a half a season. I'm just confused because I don't know if it's the front or the back half. And I really don't feel like looking it up, so that's that. But either way, I don't know who the best is out of that 4. I don't trust Quinn Snyder. The fuck? You had a squad, nigga.
The Great Gatsby.
You had a squad. You said the Great Gatsby.
Yeah. Quinn Snyder. I think he like he's from like 1920, 1930. The greasy hair.
Some mafia.
He said the Great Gatsby. Regardless, you got a under 60% win percentage and you had a squad. Y'all traded Donovan Mitchell to the Cavs. Y'all had a squad.
It was time to blow that up, though. It was time to blow that up.
Because you couldn't make nothing happen with it.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden, the fact that, see, this is what's so odd to me about Atlanta is the fact that Trey got y'all there. y'all all of a sudden acting like y'all was supposed to be there. Y'all had never got there before. Y'all were never y'all were never in the conversation before Trae Young. So now all of a sudden that Trae Young's there, you're expecting the coach to be an A+. What's going on? Now Trae has to change his game or he could be shipped out. So y'all gonna ship out the only motherfucker that got y'all there in the first place.
I just want to say that I'm a Bulls fan.
We know, right?
I've been to a lot of Atlanta games. Don't get me wrong.
I know you do.
I've been to like at least 20. I ain't gonna front, but I don't know. They got rid of Nate McMillan. He just got fired.
They're about to be in rebuilding stage.
How though? Y'all traded everything away for DeJounte. Y'all not gonna have no first round picks for the next 3 years.
No.
And they got a good fan base too.
They got a good. I would agree.
Stadium's nice. The stadium was nice. It's a nice
That's
place.
what I'm saying. Quavo and them.
Now that's a question. How is Atlanta fans for the Hawks?
No, they're there.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. They're there.
They just happy to be entertained. There's so much going on in Atlanta. They don't give a fuck if they win or lose. They just happy to be out for the night.
It's actually a good experience though. Like as far as the game is concerned,
I'm sure.
Like the food and how much it costs, and the relative.
Come to Ohio, where it ain't bad weather and everything. If our team loses, hell yeah, we spitting on the fucking just like Philly fans. We throwing snowballs with batteries and everything. Bitch, we don't got nothing else to fucking do, and you just beat us.
Yeah, like the Bills or something. I think it's salty.
Listen, we tear the stands down when we win the game, so you know how it goes.
Everything's still bad.
Don't matter, win or lose, this is what it's going to be. You remember all them days back in the day, we used to be like, oh, Ohio State, well, we go to campus. It's about to be...
Let's set some shit on fire.
It's about to be crazy down there. But, yeah, Atlanta, they can hit the showers before I even get my hit the showers. They should hit them, though. Who we got? And we about to wrap it up.
So mine go to the NBA All-Star game.
As a whole? The game
All-Star
or the...
weekend. It's a nap next year, too, so...
It's a nap.
The Indy, it ain't going to be nothing to do. But yeah, mine is to the All-Star committee, man. Y'all got to do something. We need a one-on-one tournament or something with some stars.
Nah, it could be live in Indianapolis.
You think?
Yeah, because I think motherfuckers is coming from everywhere.
But it's going to be cold, nothing to do. I don't know.
But everybody in that area is already used to it in the first place.
I guess back-to-back years.
That could be something.
Bron ain't pulling up until the All-Star day.
Might have to schedule a trip, Mal.
Yeah, man. For real.
I know. Let's do it.
Might have to turn up one time for All-Star weekend. I don't give a fuck if it's in Indiana. Motherfuckers could burn that shit down and be on the way home before they got the call.
We could be at them little parties. Let's do it.
Listen.
That's what I was on out here at the Super Bowl, man. The Super Bowl vibes is crazy. I definitely want to do an All-Star game, though.
I bet it was. I don't know who my hit'em's going to.
I'm going to give mine to the punk-ass Clippers for even believing in Westbrook. That's crazy.
Damn,
can he get a shot?
No, man, how many shots did he need?
Well, I mean, God, what do you mean? He's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. Mm-hmm. So he deserves shots. Look at Dwight Howard. Did you see Dwight Howard's stat line from that game that he got kicked out of?
Yeah, he ain't no first ballot Hall of Famer.
He had 84 points, like 24 rebounds, 14 blocks. 10 assists.
Yeah, that's overseas, though.
Of course. And I meant to say that of course you're in the China League, so we know what Dwight did here. So of course that. But I'm saying regardless,
Chinese league?
Yeah.
The China league.
I don't know. I said the China league. Isn't it?
It is.
I don't know what you call it.
It's all good. Man.
I don't know what you call it. Them motherfuckers is flying balloons. It's a it's a China league. It's a fucking problem.
Okay.
All I will say though is Dwight Howard got kicked out of that China league for being black. You see that? I saw the brawl. It's on World Star. I'm gonna send you the clip. They was fighting. They was fighting. He was just the nigga in there that was like, move, go back over there. You back up, go over there. He wasn't even aggressive. He was just directing traffic like a fucking air traffic controller.
He was a middle school security guard.
Right. Oh, crosswalk.
I know your mama. I'm gonna tell your mama.
Right, back up. Go over there. You're making a fool. You're disgracing your family. So, hit the showers. The China League. For first of all, double hit the showers. For letting Dwight Howard drop 84 on you in the first place. That's a hit 'em in itself. You hear what I'm saying? Then on top of that, y'all gonna kick the man out. The one man that was making all y'all's entertainment happen. He was hitting threes and everything. They was letting this nigga bring the ball up the court. The point guard was passing it back to the half court line for Dwight Howard to bring the ball up. Hit him. Make you get, what do you call it? Up your skill level and stop hating on the big black folks.
Stop hating on the big black folks.
Right, you just gonna kick him out because he 7 foot and black? Like, he ain't do nothing to none of y'all folks out there. He was just saying, go sit down.
You know they get intimidated.
Shit, they still do that in the States, so I can't be hella mad at them, but at least they kicked him out and they didn't shoot him, so maybe let me kick back on the China League, hit the showers, and nah, y'all gotta hit him, man. Y'all can't let Dwight Howard drop 84 on y'all. In what world does that ever happen? Hit him. Is that everybody?
I don't gotta hit him.
You don't gotta hit him.
All-Star game was to hit him. It was trash.
Celebrity game.
I couldn't even watch that shit, man.
Did they have a celebrity game this year?
Yeah, DK Metcalf was the MVP.
Oh yeah, I did. I didn't watch it. And what's the name? He played in it, didn't he?
I don't know what's the name.
The rapper, NLE Chopper.
Nope, but 21 Savage did.
Okay, well I'm all out the loop. I don't know nothing about that celebrity game. I thought NLE Chopper played in it. Then I wonder what highlights I saw.
Well, you know, they also have like a bunch of different mini games that not televised throughout the weekend. Also, yeah.
Yeah, because I saw highlights of him over the weekend, and
he was in the 2019 All-Star game. It says.
Nah, this is recent.
Oh yeah, nah.
It is recent with his dreads. And
Savage was the only rapper. He was the only rapper in the game.
21 Savage.
21.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list again.
He just hopped on to say his name and see who. Are you a fan? He just wanted to say his name and see what everybody's face looked like.
They had 21 and Kane Brown. Cliff, that's about his.
Kane Brown is the country singer.
Right. That's about as musical as it gets.
He's African too. I don't know if he's black or like.
Oh yeah, Enrique. I can't even.
Mariah Carey side of the game. Not really sure completely.
On the Mariah Carey side of the game. You stupid. Nah, I understand. I understand it. Yeah, anybody else would have hit him. I think we hit them all. I think all of them hit them. Well, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell the enemy, tell the motherfuckers to troll. We'll catch y'all next Wednesday, maybe Saturday if we feeling spicy. We out.